Hi, everybody. I'm Hunter Thomas, and I'm sitting here with my mom, Nancy Thomas.
Hi.
And we're here today to we're making an announcement, and in a way, I'm kind of asking my mom's blessing, which she says she's happy to give. But you may know I am rebranding. Long history there, which you may or may not know about. But we're here today to ask my mom if it's okay. No.
Of course it's okay.
Thanks.
And you do have my blessing.
Thank you.
Because she deserves it. She's been with me the whole way. From the time she was born, actually. And I'm thrilled that she's making this her own now. It's always been kind of hers, ever since we've been in Norfolk. But now, I don't know what she's going to do. Who knows? But it's going to be great, I know.
Thanks. So when I was born, did you put me to work right away or something?
Absolutely. I took you with me everywhere in a little basket. I would take her to all the antique shops and the art galleries, and when I was making a sale or something, she was right there with me. And that was the beginning, which I don't know how much she took in, but she must have taken in a lot.
A lot.
And then all through her life, she's just been part of it, just automatically, always there. Even though I have two other daughters that were always there too, but she was the one that seemed the most interested.
We've all worked in the business in some
Yes.
capacity for a little while, but to me, it's just like, it really does feel like it's in my blood.
Well, I
like
think
I
it
can't
is.
imagine what else
I can't imagine
I
either,
would
really.
do.
Well, when she was going to college, I made a deal with her, which was, I don't think it was the best deal I've ever made, but I said, I was dealing with Mary Emmerling, who was just happening at that time. She was the editor of House Beautiful and a magazine. She'd written a book, and she'd opened a shop in New York and asked me to fill it for her. So she had no other artists involved, and so I said I would. And Hunter, I made a deal with her saying if she got a job working for Mary Emmerling, thinking she never would, and she'd have to go to college. And so she said, I'll do that, because she did not want to go to college. And Mary hired her just like that. So then we had to take her up to New York and get her settled there. And so she's been with me all through the New York episode and everything.
Tootsie, the White House. I've been with you, like, even when I broke away and was doing my own
Oh,
thing
absolutely.
sometimes, I was...
But you were doing it in an artistic way, based on some kind of influence.
Yeah, it's just... This is why this whole change is so big to me. You've been saying it for years. Like, when you retired and you were kind of like here, and then ultimately I bought it, you have said from day one, do what you want. Do
Yeah,
what you want,
I have.
and launch. But it's been a real interesting journey. I don't want to say struggle, but to me, a lot is wrapped up in this. It's not just me saying, I'm going to do my own thing now. It's like my whole history.
That doesn't even register with me at all.
And when I say, I'm going to do my own thing now, it's really kind of this slow burn transition. It's not going to be whapa,
I don't even know what that means, actually.
I don't either. But we'll find out.
She did some fabulous artwork on her own.
I was in a show with Andy Warhol.
Yes, you were. She was. And so she's always done artwork of some sort. And this was just the natural next step. And I didn't plan it that way. And it just kind of evolved the whole way.
But didn't you kind of always think when you started this and it became bigger and bigger that you would like to have handed it off to a family member? Or were you
I never thought about
never thought
handing off to anybody, frankly. I thought it would. I never had an ending to it. And this is the perfect ending.
transition?
Yeah.
Because it's always going to be the home of Nancy Thomas art. People still love it. I love it.
Well, I think the branding became so world known that you have to keep a little bit of it just so people know
Right.
what they're dealing with.
Well, and I don't want to alienate, your longtime loyal
You won't.
customers and fans, but what I have found is that I do feel very protective of Nancy Thomas Gallery and what I feel
That
it
means a lot
stands
to me.
for, and I always have. But there's some things, just as would life would bring, that I have different opinions. I have different
And
a
they're
vision,
all hers.
and
She can have them. You know, I mean, that's the whole thing. You know, this is hers now. She
you
can
can
do what
have
she
them.
wants to do. And it has been ever since I moved over here.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm very interested in what she's going to do. It's exciting. Because she's an exciting person.
Oh, Mama.
She is. She's energized and has great ideas and great taste. And as she said earlier, she has an eye for color. And that's very important. Hers. I mean, it was automatic for me. When we moved over here, and she was so wonderful helping me move, and opened this, because it was, you know, it was just natural. And I said, why don't you take it? It's yours. And she did. She bought it from me. And I like that. I mean, she insisted because I was going to give it to her. But she wanted to buy it, and she did. And so everything has been hers since she's been over here. Because I was kind of done.
But you had done so much. It wasn't until
30 years of doing that was enough for me.
Well, I want to say this. When I did take over, really, and we have the hard copies of what we call the image bank, which is all the images, which isn't even comprehensive. When I was looking at them, things I didn't know, things I remember, but saw anew. But you have, in that image bank alone that I have records of, over 2,500 images. And I don't even have all of the records of everything because they're in collectors' homes. And you were just so prolific, like constantly.
I was.
And that doesn't even include the tabletop things, the decorative,
things that I could hand over to my studio artist. They were the wooden things mainly. But people wanted so many of them, I had to do some. I couldn't do them all. But people thought I did them all. That was the amazing thing. And but I wanted to do big paintings. And so I went up to Gibson Island in Maryland.
That's when I saw you really
that was very prolific for me for
like
large
with
paintings.
your big paintings.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they all went to different places. And when I came over here, I still had some big commissions that I had to finish up when I was over here. And I did them where I live. And she just kind of took this over. It's a natural thing for her.
Well, it started that I was going to just keep the online business going because I was still producing the television shows. And then people locally were saying, can we save money on shipping and come here and pick it up? And I said, yes. However, we're essentially in a warehouse in Norfolk, which looks very different than the Yorktown beautiful store and grounds and all that. So I decorated the break room and it evolved into this gallery, but I maybe just sort of naturally fell into all of the things that were going on at the Nancy Thomas Gallery, the shows, the trying to come up with new items, and it worked for a while, and then now I really do feel like the universe or God is just saying, you've got to find out where you're going with this.
Well, this is your baby now. And I'm very happy about that because, it's a perfect way to go, for her to just kind of take it over and make it her own. And she will. She's an artist. She can do what she wants to do now. And one thing I loved, and she seems to love, is getting other artists involved and featuring them. And I love that.
And you did that too.
I did that because I loved it.
My connection to it, because I've had you so much in the forefront, just always, because it is your work and Nancy Thomas, and no one's made me or told me to do this, but I've just sort of naturally fell into more of a support role. And I feel like now, even though I'm timid about it, and as Clayton Singleton said, I'm I'm like a baby learning to talk. I'll be babbling. I just have to explore what my artistic voice is, which is
Yeah.
obviously heavily influenced by you, but I have other things I want to say, and they will come to me. I know things I would like to do here are obviously continue the representing other artists. I want to do salons, and I saw a book in the library, and I think it's the coolest idea, and I want to bring people in to talk about different artistic things, and it sounds maybe a little I don't want it to be academic and cerebral and unreachable, but I don't even know why I want to do the things I want to do, but I have been multitasking, if you will, for so long. It's the trying to keep the Nancy Thomas that I'm so close to with my history and life going versus just exploring what this is more powerful. I feel compelled to just try it.
Good. I mean, I'm for anything she wants to do.
So tell me what you think of the name.
Well, the name is unusual to me. AHT
ahtARTS.
Art. I mean, that doesn't, with the angel behind it, it brings it forward.
You're talking about the logo now.
Yeah.
Because my logo is AHT, lowercase,
I know,
arts,
I know.
plural, and a wave and a particle,
Right.
which is physics, wave and a particle, which is, no matter how you look at it, that's sort of symbolic to me. It's like art is in the eye of the beholder. And, everything could be art. Anything you look at could turn into art depending on what angle you're at. Those were particles. But the tagline is blending art and life.
See, I love
To
that.
me, that just is
Well,
what
art
you've
has
done.
been your art.
And you taught me that
You've been living with art.
my whole life and blending it. So,
Right.
but when I did put, like you said, your angel logo behind it, I loved the way that looked because there's my new
brand.
voice, but behind it is my angel mother, like looking over me, blessing it. But you're still here.
Yes, I am.
I know.
I'll always be here.
Thank you.
But you can do it. You have it in you. You can do it all. All your dreams will come true here. And any direction you take it is fine with me.
Thank you.
She can do it.